Hi guys, it's West Coast Arachnids. It's January 17th, 2016, and today we're going to dissect a live tarantula. No, I'm kidding. I'm just showing everybody some of the things I have to take care of my animals with. I would never dissect a tarantula. That's just wrong. No need. I'm not a scientist of any means. Leave that work up to them, unless you want to do something like that. First of all, a little bit of the essentials. You're going to need some tongs. I like to have a pair like this. Is just a set of chopsticks. They're wood, generally pretty soft, blunt end to them. They're not sharp. You can actually sand them quite smooth if you want. Another handy thing is the end is it's flat and rectangle shaped, so you can actually push the dirt quite easily with this and manipulate the burrows that they're in. Also have a pair of hook scissors for getting into the tight spots, cutting web, whatnot. A pair of I don't know what they are, just clippers, or not clippers, but it's just some type of grasping tool. It's hooked, and with these, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but they have little bumps there on either side, and it locks in. So you can't pull them apart. So once you've grabbed a hold of something, you've got it until you actually pull them open, which I find really awesome. I mean, it can be very handy. And then a nice sharp little pair of scissors. Great for cutting web, or anything else you need to be done. Little multi-tool thing, for cutting open boxes and everything, whatever you need. Flashlights. I got this great little flashlight for looking in there, seeing where they are. This one, it's I actually have a headband for it. It'll go through there like a belt, wrap around, and you can actually use it. It's a headlamp, but you can also take it off, and I use it for is just a regular light. It's got two whites, a red and a green. That's the brightest. The thing I like about it is that pops up, so you can set that down and be hands-free with it. It's pretty good. Also, you can get this at the dollar store. This is where I got this. It's a Dorsey. Not bad. I mean, it's a brand name item. Dorsey flashlights. But I did get this at the dollar store. And this is my tripod that busted. Pretty flimsy. It's all basically just plastic. Even the threads are plastic. This tightens up. I mean, it's cracked here. These legs, they just come right off. Yeah, it's basically garbage. So I went down. I was gonna go and see if I could find something. I found these. They're $3. This is Canadian. I haven't opened this yet. I'm actually using one right now because the other one broke, as you saw. If you watched the video from yesterday, it broke right after I did my video, one of my mulching videos. And it just kind of slides out. Thing I like about it, you don't have to pull apart any twist ties or any garbage, and that's all recyclable stuff. So this is cool. I mean, you can bend these any way you want. It's metal. all of it's metal. I believe this is some kind of tempered steel, or some kind of maybe hard plastic, I don't know. It's got a metal screw on the top for the camera. I mean, you can literally put these any way you want them. The neat thing is it's got this on the side. That's a little clip. You can clip it on your on whatever, your belt. Have your camera there on your belt. Clip it on whatever it'll fit onto, really. Not sure what you can clip that on, but I'm sure I'll find a use for it at some point. Maybe for driving down the road, you can clip it on your visor, hands free. You don't have to worry about crashing into people. You can use it to video your driving. Just don't kill anybody. And these are little rubber stoppers at the bottom. They're quite soft, and it kind of keeps it in place. I'm sorry, I haven't got the camera tilted up, which we're going to do quite quickly. Those little bottom things there, all those little round things are rubber. So, that's that, and of course a tape measure. And now we got up here some of my essentials. Bear with me here, I'm going to move this. A little bit of a shake. Get closer. First off, I'm going to show you what I got above. I got my lights clipped on in here. It's very secure because I have, you can't really see, but I've got it tacked on one side, and then there's these little steel things that go in the holes there. I have that on the bottom as well. So it's locked in from both sides, so it can't fall off. Well, can't. I won't say can't, but knock on wood, right? Anyway, and then there's this light, this bright thing. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you've watched that fall off many times. There's all the tarantulas, temperature gauge, hydrometer. Over there I've got my tarantulas for temporary. Normally they are sitting here because I've got the light on them and then the light on the other guys. I've got some soil there, my cricket farm down there. That's going to be another thing. Mealworms, not sure if you can see those. True spiders. I've got all the shelving area here. This is all going to be cleared off, and everything's going to be tarantulas eventually. Also have these. This is a Samsung Galaxy 3. This is what I've done some video on. Samsung Galaxy 4. If you're wondering how they're standing up, it's just one of these. Also bought at the dollar store. I think they were $1 a piece, or $1 for 2, 3 maybe. I don't know. And then I've got this, which the reason why I've got the Samsungs is I'm going to try this out. It's an actual stand, as you can see on the picture, for the Samsung tablets. And I believe it's for that size. This one does have a few twist ties. Just 2. Not too bad. Actually hang on to those because they're the hard plastic ones, and I like to reuse those when I can. And the cardboard is completely recyclable. It's actually pretty cool. And as you can see, it's got let's put it down a bit. It's got the area where you put this in. I think it's made for a bigger tablet. I can always just do it like that and hold it like that. That's perfect. I can adjust this and you can tighten it up right here. Alright, camera cut off. Anyway, I was showing you the the mount. It's made for a larger tablet, probably 10-inch or so. So what I'm going to do is just put it like that. It's like a little teepee, and you just sit the tablet straight in there like that. And you can hook your wire into the end, charge it up, and have it sit beside your bed. They're great. I mean, they got alarm clocks in them. You can use it for that. Calendars, watch Netflix if you want, all kinds of things. So, yeah, there's that. We'll get those out of your way. And I did scoop up one more thing, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. Upstairs or down. It's actually for your remote controls. Has nothing to do with tarantulas. Maybe. I might use it to keep all my things in. Depending on what it looks like inside. We'll see. Let's open this up right now. And it's supposed to spin. Hang on a second. I need both hands for this. Cardboard. Smells like Chinese plastic. I'll probably put that downstairs. Nice little pictures on it. Quite a heavy, solid base. Not a lot of waste, so that's good. The base just kind of slides in, so it just kind of sits on there and slides on that. There's no screws. Nothing. Awesome. Pockets for all your items. Anything major. It's kind of cool, actually. You can hang them off the side if they're too small. You don't want them falling down in the middle. These little scissors I'm going to keep over in the light. I'll put them in there. Magnifying glass, pen, whatnot. My lights. And my trusty little quarters over there somewhere too. I use for size reference. That's actually pretty handy. I might just keep that up here. Gives me more shelf space over there. Perfect. Okay. Done with those. Get rid of this busted old tripod, dollar store thing. Okay. Now, I've bought some items for my cricket farm. And mealworm farm as well. One of these are great big tubs. So what I'm going to do is show you from here, like so. There's 3 of them there. And these are basically going to be for cricket breeding. I have a whole bunch of these little Tupperware containers, and what I'm going to do is fill these with dirt, each one with soil or substrate of some kind, and do exactly as I've done in here. That's full of substrate, and it's got a little walkway up there, just a little cardboard walkway. I've gone to paper toilet rolls, because they're a lot easier to get the crickets out of. You just lift up the toilet roll and you can bang it into a container. I'll show you what I mean right now. I'm actually going to be taking a lot of them out of there. Set up here. Like this. Getting used to this new tripod. So there's that. This is just an icy square container. It was chocolate. I don't remember where I got it from. That's not mine, it's somebody else's. Let's take these, and you can see the crickets on there. And I got one on my arm. Get in. Escape from Alcatraz. Oh, they're all over. Come on, get out of there. There you go. They sit inside there. And that's how many was in there. And that's quite a few. There's good 20 or so in there, and that's just one toilet roll. So they're really easy to get out. Great for, you know, if you need to make a video or just feed your animals completely. Just reach in, grab a toilet roll, shake them out, boom, they're in there. Rather than trying to mess with the lovely egg crates that I have stored up, tons of them. I'll probably still use those. I use them for the babies mainly. They're a lot handier. And yeah, so there's that. I'm actually gonna set them free back in there for a minute, because I have a lot of other things to deal with too. I gone down and bought a ton of crickets. Now I have to keep my cricket farm going due to the local pet stores closing, and the nearest one's in another town half an hour away. So it would take me an hour just to go get crickets, and probably $15 to $20 in gas. So yeah, that's a pain in the butt. So just to go get crickets, I'm going to have to go and spend $50 rather than, you know, go down and a couple of bucks in gas and spend $3-4 and get the crickets I need. I'll have to go and bulk order a whole ton and get them in, and then go and pick them up. So I've decided that's what those are for. The big tubs. That's cricket breeding, as well as, I'll get them off there. And all this stuff. As well as these. Those were $3 each. The other ones were $3 each. Crickets in total came to about $16 for 5 containers of, I think each one's got about 25 to 50 in it. 25, yeah, they're all 25, so there's 125 crickets there, probably more. I mean, there's usually more in there. Some of them are large, already adults. That's perfect. They're going in for breeding right away, and the other ones are going to go in there to feed those little guys, which are going to get fed in a couple of days. So that's awesome. Got lots of little crickets in there. These little tubs are full of just little pint-sized ones. They're not pinheads by any means. They're 3 weeks old. These ones are 5. But yeah, these containers here. Let me just get one. I like them because one, I'll show you from there. I gotta look this up. One, they've got a handle on top. 2, you slap it down on there, and it locks down on either side. So I'm just gonna bolt some pinholes in there, and that's gonna be for the adult crickets. It's quite a bit deeper, you know. Gotta be 6 inches. Yeah, that's 6 inches. So there's less chance that the adults are going to jump out on you. So I'll have 3 or 4 rolls of toilet rolls there. I'll have a little bowl for their food and water, and then I'll have one of these in there. And then after about 2 weeks, I'll take this out and I'll put it into one of these. And that's where I'll let the little ones hatch out into. So I'll have 6 of them going at a time, and then the bulk of what I'm feeding is going to go into the big tank. So seven complete things. And once the mealworms get going, I'll probably go down and buy another, you know, couple of the low-level ones and throw them in there. I'll probably have 3 of them. Well, 2. I'll have 2. I'll have one for mealworms and one for beetles. Anytime a beetle hatches out or a larvae I see a larvae, I'll put it into a separate container until it hatches into a beetle, and then from beetle form it goes straight into the beetle one, and then I'll just swap them over. And then once all the mealworms grow up from tub number 1, I'll empty that out, clean it, and anything that's about ready to hatch, I'll just let them go through their life cycle or use them as feeders and start it all over again. So I might have to go with 3 containers eventually, but to start with, I'll only need 2. Literally, you could put the larvae into one of these once they've morphed into the pupa stage before beetle, because they don't crawl, they don't move, they don't do anything, and a beetle literally couldn't climb out of here. They have wings, but they don't fly, so you'd stick them into anything. Don't put a lid on it, just leave it. Don't need to water them, don't need to put any moisture in there. And that's it. Once they've turned into beetles, just stuff them in there and throw a carrot in there and maybe some other stuff, whatever you want to feed them. Potatoes tend to mold real quick, so I wouldn't use them. But yeah, that's that. This is my haul. I went down to, oh, actually that's not it, sorry. They're starting to put the spring stuff out, so now's a good time to go down to the dollar store if you are running low on plastic plants and things for your aquarium. Each one of these is $2. This is what I get for $2. I mean, that's $2. It's just huge. It's massive. It's long. And each one of these is what I like. Each one of these pops off like so. And there's a perfect little plant for, you know, inside there. You can even cut that down. There's 3 little prongs on there. You can cut each one of those prongs down for a small one. Or even further down if you want to just put a leaf in there. You know, it's awesome. And then if you get like a mass aquarium, you could put all of that kind of stuff for an arboreal, just hang it all down the back of the enclosure if you got a really large enclosure. And there's more. I bought this one as well. It's kind of like an ivy. Looks like it's just plastic, you know. It was only $2. And this one's about, it's gotta be 4 feet long. I can't put the whole thing in the camera because I can't lift my arm that high. But it just keeps going, going, and going. So you can see it's quite long for $2. And I mean, same thing, each one of those little prongs or each one of these little stems or branches comes off. They all unhook. And it's not a pronged one either. I mean, each little separate segment, so you could actually use them like little trees. Some background on there. That's 2. That's a single one. Made a little knob on the end, so when you bury it, you can tamp down the dirt around it and it'll actually stay. Some of the spiders are kind of feisty though, and they love to tear them up. And they got huge varieties of these things. I mean, this is the other one I got. And there was plenty more. There's flowers, all kinds of things. These ones just look like little hearts almost. Spade leaves. Put some light on this. That's what this looks like. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can tape it to the back of it. You know, get a whole bunch of them coming off rocks and whatnot. That's yeah, quite the haul. Very inexpensive. I mean, it didn't cost me a lot. So, I mean, there's 2, 4, 6, 9 and 9, 18. That's 25. And then the tripods. So it's $25 for the containers and the plants, the large containers and the plants, and then $3 for each of the tripods. I got 2 of those. I think it was $3 for the remote control thing. Yeah, $3 for that. So there's another 9. That's $34 for everything, and another, I think, 16 something for the crickets, which are basically going to be my breeders, so that they're going to last me forever. So yeah, that's that. And those plants and everything, I'll probably use one of those containers and just stick them all into one of those containers for now until the mealworms get going, and then I'll put them in something else. But for now, one of those containers will be perfect storage for these plants. The crickets, I mean, I got extra containers with them, so I mean, even that's going to save me a couple of bucks right there. I mean, I've bought the crickets, but at the same time I've got a container that already has holes in it, perfect for a nice little sling, a little juvenile, you know, it's completely see-through. And then they got smaller ones, same thing, they're full of holes, and I use them already. I mean, I'm using them for I've got one I just used to collect all the dead crickets and whatnot, and you know, I just set it there when I'm going to do my cleaning, put it all in there, then it goes in the garbage. So I've just done a cleaning, that's got to go in the garbage once I clean all this stuff up. Yeah, so that's that's my haul from the dollar store. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Need those subscribers very badly. Yeah. So y'all take care, and bye for now.